We're live.
Hey yo, welcome to the wonderful world of Hungry Heat. I'm not a classically trained chef. What I am is a self-taught home cook. I've studied under several television chefs, have a PhD from YouTube University, and a black belt in Google Food. I love to cook. The only thing I love more than cooking is my wife, the sensational Shelly eats steak. Together we host what I call the Friday Night Feast. On this happens every Friday night, 6:30 Central. We'll cook up an entree, make up little snacks, show you all how to do it, and we spend the rest of the evening just chewing the fat with all of our friends in the Hungry Horde. Hope you can tune in sometime. Today's live stream is focusing on my MS journey for week 179.
Wow.
And if you saw some of those pictures in the opener here in the trailer, it's been a very eventful week for us. We had originally planned to not go out to eat again until we go to see what's the movie?
Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yeah. But somebody got a hankering for some Mexican food the other day. So we ended up going out. And then the very next day, we had a storm hit us and we lost power. We lost power for 2 days.
Yeah. Almost 36 hours, I think, about. Yeah. Well, I guess not quite. So it was Tuesday at 1 p.m. I only know that because I heard the storm coming in. And I was like, I better take the dogs out one more time before the storm hits. And so I take them and I was like, oh, it's 1 o'clock. That's good because cutoffs for wires are at 1 and everything had been entered. So I was excited. And then take them out, and I saw that Heath had done a load of laundry that needed to go into the wash. And I was just about to put that laundry in the dryer, and everything went black.
And yeah, I was actually inside of Aldi when it went off. Whenever the bottom fell out of it. So I was stuck in the store for a while because I did not want to swim with all my groceries.
Right?
Oh, weird.
What is
that pill?
Oh, it's just like the casing.
Yeah.
He got a half a pill. That means there's probably the other half in there somewhere.
But I gotta go work on her coffee now. Y'all heard that beeping.
So, yes, I haven't had my coffee yet. So he is going to, well, he already made the coffee, but it's been cold. So he's going to put it in the blender for me with my MCT and butter and then turn that on. So it might be loud for a second.
You already loaded that part in it, right?
Yeah. So how is everyone doing this wonderful day? And then I put on there, did you do your squats today? So I'm excited to see who has done their squats so far today. And when he comes back over here, he can report on his squat duty.
I can yell it to him.
No. But yeah, so we lost power at 1 p.m. on Tuesday, and it didn't come back on until about 10:30 p.m. on Wednesday evening. But luckily, I had some points, so I was able to get a cheap room Tuesday night. And then we had the wonderful Lynette help get us a hotel for
Wednesday night.
Yeah, for Wednesday night. Oh, did you run out of that? Or is it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm 2 days short.
And how many more of those bottles do you have?
2, 3. I'll go check again.
Okay. That's good. So, yeah, that was what's been going on. But luckily, all the power came back up. Everything was good. We didn't really lose anything. There was a couple lunches Heath had prepped. You know, he likes to meal prep. And we were just like, it was a little sketch. So he ended up throwing those out. But to me, that really wasn't.
Well, my rule and that kind of stuff is when in doubt, throw it out.
Yeah. But, to me, that's not a big loss. Right. I mean, there are. Yeah. I was like, wait, you mixed those up.
Mixed them up. So put the trash inside of this one. It'll come out later. Well, it's just one little part of the wrapper.
But, considering we had neighbors that huge tree, actually, the root and all fell on the corner of their house and their tree and their cars. There was a lot of people who had down trees, like go over the fence, that kind of thing. So I really feel like we were very, very, very fortunate because there was people who had actual damage from the storm. So,
and what had happened was we found out. I feel like I fixed a sneeze. Tell them how we lost power this time.
Yeah. So what had happened was there was, like they said, hurricane force winds, 75 miles per hour, they were saying. And so this storm came in with the high winds and knocked down. So the area where we live, it's called Lexington Woods because they want it to be woodsy, right? And so there's tons and tons of old trees, they're 40 plus years old, right?
Yeah.
And lots of pine trees and I don't know, oak trees. I don't know what all the trees are. I know what a pine tree is. And so what happened is some of the electrical poles, tree actually fell on it. Somebody had taken pictures and fell, knocked the pole down, and of course all the wires and everything. So the electric company, they can't remove trees themselves, so they had to have a service, which we saw them Wednesday. The service came out and they were taking the tree that had fallen and removing it, and then removing, somebody removed the pole and they brought a new pole in and had to hook all that back up, and that's just what it took, y'all.
And at the front part of our neighborhood, actually on both sides of there's several businesses right there. There's a gas station, a Jack in the Box, a Sonic.
Yeah.
And there's that computer shop, the storage building place.
Yeah.
And on the other side, there's all that other stuff. That's the little daycare and the salon and the subway and everything. All those lost power as well. They knocked out our whole grid.
Yeah, so is the whole grid. But I mean,
I feel like they got it pretty quick. But we only were out 2 days, basically a day and a half.
Yeah, a day and a half. I know there were a lot of people in the subdivision. They were
crying about it hard,
really freaking out. But I think that's because we were just fortunate enough where we could a hotel.
Yes.
So I mean, that's why I like being an IHG member, because it seems pretty easy to get the points, and then you can just use those points to basically pay for a room. And
the only thing I'm sad about is those points were supposed to help us on our road trip. So I mean, we earned some more, I guess, but
yeah, because I think we only got like an extra 1,600 points for that stay, but I think that was pretty good. No, I could tell you put it on low. So why don't you? Loud. I'm gonna go make my coffee, y'all. So in the meantime, Heath is gonna talk about how he dealt with his multiple sclerosis through all of that. Because if you were stressed and all that.
I wasn't stressed. I was annoyed because I had plans. I had things I wanted to do, and the weather was cramping my style. I really don't know the best way to say it. And then I have several empty little bottles like this, pill bottles for my prescriptions. I recycle them. I mean, I've been using them for years that way. Even when I was working construction, I would use it to carry like little screws in and stuff when I was doing the cabinet jobs. So instead of packing this whole thing, I just made 2 or 3 doses of my medicine and took it with me. We I don't know. We ended up eating out 4 times?
I feel like.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know 4.
Well, because we went Tuesday night just on a whim.
Buffalo Wild Wings. Sorry, go ahead.
But, I guess it was actually Monday night when we went to Gringo's, and that was before the storm. We just on a whim wanted to go. She wanted to go out to eat, so we did. And then we kind of got forced into going out to eat the next couple of nights because we didn't have anything set up here at the house to eat, or it needed to be heated up, and we couldn't do it because we didn't have power. So yeah, we ended up going Buffalo Wild Wings one night. We went to Gringo's another night, and then we went one other place. I can't remember now though. What was the third place we went to? We actually went out to eat. Do you remember?
So Tuesday to Buffalo Wild Wings because you were like, well, at least it's BOGO, so it should be pretty cheap.
Right.
And then Wednesday morning, we went to Toasted Yolk.
That's where it was. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. And then and then we had.
Then we went to Crave and got cupcakes.
Yeah, that's right. And what did we do for dinner? Oh, Wednesday nights when we made the unwich.
Yes. We ended up doing that at the hotel.
Yeah, tell them about that hotel, the Jury Inn.
That one was
with
pretty.
The dinner and all that.
Yeah, they had. They actually gave you. They had breakfast and dinner included. But the dinner was. I mean, it's all buffet style. But dinner, they had it all set up where you could do a chicken Alfredo. So we got just the chicken, and then they also had it set up where you could do nachos if you want. It had a big old thing of tortilla chips and a big old heated thing of cheese. But she thinks she remembers seeing the can of the Rico's cheese dip, and that's what they used.
See the can. You thought it was Velveeta.
Yeah.
I was like, they're not going to pay that much. They're going to use the big old industrial can of Rico's.
Right. So we did not eat that. We just loaded up our plates with a bunch of the chicken and jalapenos, and we came back and we ate made our own unwiches in our hotel in the hotel room. But I think that was pretty cool though. They even did breakfast and lunch.
Yeah.
And they even had my hard-boiled eggs.
Yes.
So that's what we're planning on too whenever we're doing this road trip here in a couple of months.
A couple months.
Well, by the time we actually get to it, it will be
9 months.
I know, but it's going by so quick. It'll be here before we know
People will think we're going on another trip if you're like, oh, in a couple of months. They'll be like, wait.
Like I tell you, the other day.
Yes.
That could be 6 years ago.
Or it could have literally been the same day.
But, oh, shoot.
So breakfast, he got his hard-boiled eggs. They had some kind of scrambled eggs that didn't look that good. And
those were from a box.
Yeah, and they had sausage patties. I had a couple of the sausage patties. I wasn't but I mean, it's free, right? But I was just glad he got his hard-boiled eggs.
Me too, even if they were small.
Right, but you got what, 4 or 5 of them?
I got 4.
Oh, you haven't taken your medicine yet today?
No, I haven't. Because I knew I had to do this. I was like, let's go ahead and do it.
Oh.
Well, I don't have an actual time frame that I have to take it. I just have to take it today.
Yeah, I know.
So let me go ahead and show them again.
And so, yeah, but I mean, for breakfast, and as he was saying, next year when we go on the road trip, that's one reason we like IHG is a lot of the properties, not all of them, do have a free breakfast and typically will have boiled eggs on their buffet, which is good. And honestly, like when we stayed at the one in Austin, I had the one in Austin we stayed at was an Atwell, which is part of IHG. They had some kind of egg cups.
Yeah, it's
and I mean, they were
like a little quiche or something.
Right. Like a crustless quiche.
Yeah.
But honestly, then the next day there, I had the boiled eggs and I enjoyed those much better.
Right. But what I was going to get at is when we do book this trip, we haven't actually booked any hotels yet because we're still a little further away.
Yeah.
We're going to make sure they actually have include breakfast. Because I was thinking about how I'm going to do that. I was either going to stop at the store and buy some already pre-made, or go to Sam's or Costco or whatever and buy the hard-boiled eggs. But if we go to a hotel that actually includes breakfast, 9 times out of 10, the ones we've been to, I've always had hard-boiled eggs on it.
Yeah.
So if we can do that, make sure we get breakfast there.
And you know what I saw yesterday at Aldi? You don't, but they now sell hard-boiled eggs in a bag.
Okay.
I thought that was pretty nice. I think it was a couple dollars for. I don't remember if it was 6 or 8 eggs in there, and I was like, oh, that would be something if we needed to.
That's what we were talking
find
about.
An Aldi and get. It'd be cheaper than a convenience store.
Right. If the hotel ends up not having it, then we can at least run and go get some.
Yeah.
Because I really do treat my hard-boiled eggs like medicine. I know it sounds funny, but I discovered it just by complete accident.
Mm-hmm.
It's whenever we had to do the renovations on the house when the freeze hit us that we were staying in a hotel for 5 months, and they had hard-boiled eggs, and she noticed I was feeling better, or I was doing better. She couldn't tell I was feeling, but she saw I was doing better the way my mobility was and whatnot, and my cognitive skills were better too. So I've just incorporated that in ever since. So like usually I eat 4 every single day, but today I just had 4 scrambled.
Oh.
Because we had all the fixings I had to put in.
Oh,
make
yeah.
Make dirty
well,
egg
you do that a lot of times on Sundays. You have like some kind of scramble.
Yeah.
Right?
Because
it's a nice change of pace, probably.
Yeah, right. And it just takes too long to try and do it in the morning when I got all the other stuff I got to do.
Yeah, during the week. But I'm saying, like, on Sundays, it's kind of like your day to. He loves to scramble, y'all. He'll just whatever and throw it in some eggs.
Because you've noticed we make our stuffy. That's what we call them, our stuffies. We do them all the time. We like our stuffed jalapenos and mushrooms. Well, I don't want to waste food, so I have a container. I take all the stems off the mushrooms, chop them up, throw them in that container. I take all the innards out of that jalapeno because it's still edible. Because if I'm just eating sliced jalapenos, I'm going to eat that part too. So if it's still edible, so why throw it away? So I threw that in the mixture too. Threw that in the bowl, and then I emptied all those with a couple of pats of butter into. I emptied that container into the skillet with a couple of bats of butter. Sauteed them for a little while, and then I used that other container with all the diced red onion we had. Mm-hmm. Added that to it too. Oh, stir fried that for a little bit, and then I took that same container that the vegetables were in. I mixed my eggs in that. Oh, because why not? And then poured that in and cooked it up, and then added the rest of that queso fresco into it.
Oh, nice. Wow. That was a big old scramble.
Yes, it was. It was good, too.
Goodness. Well, do you want me to go ahead and start our comments, or did you want to talk about anything?
No, that's fine.
No, we have a few.
I caught them all up with what's been going on.
Yeah.
With the haps.
My bear Lynette.
Hey, she goes, thank you again for everything.
Yes, and we got to have
amazing
dinner with her last night, which was a lot of fun. And so there's this pho restaurant here called Fu Man Chung, and they actually have some keto offerings. I thought it was only keto pho.
Me too.
But he found out that they had a keto stir fry. So they just used the shirataki noodles. And then they use coconut aminos instead of soy sauce. So to me, that means they're pretty aware of, the keto stuff. And mix it in with some veggies and, meat of your choice. And his dinner looked amazing.
What was really good about it, too, is I couldn't finish it. So that's what I had for lunch today before we went live. And I've got a bone to pick with you, Lynette. Oh. It's your fault we were late today. She turned us on to a new show, and we just finished. We were late finishing season 1 finale.
Yeah.
So I was like, there's only 24 minutes. We got time. Okay, we're going to get dark. All right, we'll watch it. But it's so good. And you're right. We do need the subtitles.
Yes.
Sometimes their accent's a little thick.
Oh, I know. Because remember Sons of Anarchy? Yes. Let us know if you watch Sons. Remember the one season where they were in Ireland? Yeah. I was like, I can't understand anything. And you were like, oh, they're speaking English. I'm like, they are not speaking.
Look at the Queen's English.
They're not even the Queen's English. I was like, I can't understand them. And we would do subtitles, but I was still lost that season.
Aww.
Because you remember just hearing them and trying to read, I'm like, it's just not matching up.
What was it? Snatch? The movie Snatch, when they were over there in England? He's like, you invented the language. How could you not speak it?
Right. But this one's actually, I'm good with it, and I love. So if you haven't seen Dairy Girls, and it's DERRY, let us know if you have. They it's set in Northern Ireland, right, during the IRA and all of that going on, and I just love how they call different things, right? I love the
in a boot
colloquialisms.
I think that's how you say it.
But, like fanny's a bad word. Like, don't say fanny or knickers. And I'm like, that's so funny because here we wouldn't even consider that bad. No. But then the one girl kept saying ilmeffers. Uh-huh. And they were just like, okay, whatever, Michelle. And then, but she said knackers and knickers. And they're like, Michelle, stop it. And I'm like, it's so funny.
Right.
So yes, we had a really good time yesterday, and I enjoyed Fu Man Chung. Having those two options. So if you don't feel like soup, you can still get a stir fry, and
they also have wings.
Yeah, and they were really good. Lynette talked to him beforehand,
She showed
and they
up
made
early
us.
and ambushed us.
They made us special keto appetizers with. We got what that was shrimp with jalapenos, and one was beef, and one was chicken.
Oh yeah, I threw some of the beef and chicken into the stir fry too.
Oh, nice. So that it was really nice. I enjoyed that last night. So
And
thank
then,
you again.
A handful of it also in my lunch today, and some of the shrimp.
Oh yeah, yeah. I was the whole time I was thinking you shouldn't have added the shrimp to your stir fry because we had the whole appetizer.
I didn't add the shrimp to that. So. Oh, I didn't
did.
think about that. I see what you're saying. I think what you're saying now.
I was like, you could have just taken the appetizer shrimp.
Yeah, because my extra, I paid for the shrimp. Well, I think I got 3 shrimp.
Right. And so Lynette said, from the looks of your photos, you're eating very clean these days. I bet that's having a really good impact on your overall health.
Correct. Because whenever time I do end up straying, I do feel it. Because I was really tempted the other day when she went to Aldi. I told her to get a pizza. Because I am susceptible. I get caught up in it. I keep getting ads on Facebook for Domino's Pizza. And y'all, for delivery pizza, it's really one of my favorites, especially their thin crust, because it's just magnificent. I still to this day I love Domino's Pizza. I know it's well, whatever, but I can get a frozen pizza from Aldi, their store brand, for like $8.
It's really cheap.
Yeah.
And I'm like, but we could just make a skillet pizza.
We can.
And so that's what I did yesterday because he was all like, maybe we'll have a planned deviation. I was like, we went out to eat like 3-4 times this past week. I don't think we should.
Even eating at the restaurant, I still call that eating out. Because even with the breakfast buffet, it was still eating out. Because we don't know how clean that was either. So.
Well, your boiled eggs, I'm sure, were clean, but the sausage.
That's what I'm saying.
But
it's all Cisco stuff.
Well, yeah, if that.
Well, I'm just saying
it's the Cisco sister.
That's what I mean. This is the cheapest common denominator.
But anyways, I was like, I don't think you should. We need to really, focus on your health here because you've been doing well.
Flavor be damned.
And so I came home, and yesterday I got the stuff, and I came home and made us skillet pizzas. And what did you say the whole time you were eating the skillet pizza?
This is better than Aldi pizza.
Yes, you were like, I don't need it. This was so good.
If I have a frozen pizza, I can put it in the oven and walk away. I don't have to actually sit there and do it, cook it. I'm just being lazy. My privilege is showing.
And then the whole time you just kept saying, gosh, this is so good. This is so good. And I'm like, yeah, I don't know why you would even be tempted by some frozen pizza.
Because it's still good too.
I doubt it. Shauna says, it still feels early to me, but I'm here. Well, welcome.
Well, it is for her because she's 2 hours ahead of us.
Behind us.
Oh.
So it's 11:25 there.
Yeah.
That's behind.
Oh, okay.
Isn't ahead meaning it would be like 3:30?
Yeah.
Sharon's here. Hey, Sharon.
And I got a bone to pick with
ladies.
you, too. You started all this. Listen to me, Sharon. Last 2 days I've done my squats because of you. I did the 50, and the day I did 60. And my legs are feeling it.
I was like,
what did you get me into?
Why did you do 60? I said,
I'm already there, why not?
Today was 55.
Because I'm a little extra.
So what are you going to do tomorrow? 70?
No, I've already booked it. I don't have to do them tomorrow now.
What?
Because I've already done my bit.
No, tomorrow's day 3.
You're not doing Heath math, okay?
No. Nobody knows Heath math.
Heath doesn't even know it.
Sharon said, Gringos. Yes.
I love that restaurant, y'all.
Yeah, and I like getting their Cabo Wabo salad.
Now I do.
Yeah, before you wanted to get fajitas all the time. But I'm telling you, next time you go to a Mexican restaurant, look at their salad options. Because like the Cabo Wabo has avocado chunks, has black olives, has bacon, and boiled egg.
Cabo Wabo is a nightclub owned by what's his name?
Oh, okay.
The Red Rocker.
I don't know who the Red Rocker is.
I can't drive 55. Sean, tell me. You're my entertainment music guru.
Okay. Anyways, the Cabo salad.
Cobb salad. Yeah, Cabo salad. It's their version of the Cobb salad. They're just trying to make it Spanish.
Right. So you added O to it.
Yes.
That's so wrong. But I actually had a lady I trained one time, y'all, and she told us, well, she was a contractor and we needed some Spanish speakers. And she's like, I can speak Spanish. And I was like, okay, great. So I brought in one of my coworkers who's fluent in Spanish because unfortunately I took French instead of Spanish.
Even
because
though she grew up in Houston.
I know, right? I'm in Tejas, but I was like, I'm going to learn French. Parlez-vous français? But anyhow, so I brought in my coworker who's fluent, and she was like, okay, well, here, read this about the dental insurance. And I kid you not, like, you can't make this stuff up. All the lady did was add O at the end of every word.
Every word?
Yeah, she goes, your dental insurance O, and I'm hearing it, and I'm like, that is not Spanish. Like, I know that much.
I know just enough Spanish for ordering a restaurant and getting a fight.
And so I'm over there going, I'm just like at a loss. And my coworker, afterwards, she goes, okay, well, thank you. We're still interviewing people for that.
Let you know.
Yeah.
Don't call us, we'll call you.
And when the lady left, I said, that wasn't Spanish. And she goes, I cannot believe she did that. She thinks just adding O's makes it Spanish. And she was like, I've seen it all. I was like, so are you going to keep her? And she was like, no.
It's embarrassing. You put her out on the floor like that?
Right. I was like, oh my gosh. But this person, she had all kinds of issues because during training, at one point, she didn't know how to turn a computer off or on.
What?
Yeah, she had, like, the computer had issues. A lot of times the computers are already booted, and there was some kind of issue, and I was like, well, you just need to reboot your computer, and she didn't know how to do that.
It has boots?
Yeah, really.
My computer wears boots.
She had a lot of issues, and I was just like, and then and we were actually thinking of letting her go, but then she said she could speak Spanish, so we were like, well, we'll try then. And then no, she.
What did you say? The one job said that she was promoted to customer.
Right.
Oh, but then also speaking of other errands I had to run that day too. If you saw
Tuesday.
Yeah, you saw the thing when I put on Best Buy. Well, I have another older laptop that I have used in the living room that we usually hook up to the TV and watch how we watch all of our shows. But I don't know what happened to it. It's on its last leg. It's limping.
I know what's happened to it. Somebody has dropped it numerous times.
I may have stepped on it too. But anyways, the keyboard doesn't connect anymore. So we went hunting for the cheapest because all I need is a standard keyboard. I don't need
USB.
But I don't need bells and whistles. I just want it with USB attachment. Luckily, I tested it, and the keyboard I have for my work computer, I just on my day off one evening, I checked it and it worked. I can now type on my computer now. Before I had to use the on-screen one. That's a little clunky. But so we did some hunting for it. There's a Best Buy right around the corner from us. They didn't have it. So then she had to call. Luckily, she was able to do it the same day. Because a lot of times we did a curbside pickup for it. But a lot of times you do those, they won't let you do it the same day. They want you to do it the next day or several hours later.
Yeah.
Luckily, they were able to do it the same day. So I was able to run up there and pick it up that same day. Right before. And then that's what threw me. And I hit the rain. Because I had to drive about, almost 45 minutes to go get it. There and back. Round trip.
Round trip. Okay.
But that's when I landed at Aldi, and that's when it was starting to rain. So
yeah.
But now I have a working keyboard, and it actually works a little better too, because a lot of times she'll be sitting on the couch with me wanting me to type something. I was like, now I don't have to type before I just hand her the keyboard because it's long enough.
Sharon said 007. I had that for my birthday last year.
Yes. Oh yeah, because Winton did that too.
20TQ Cat. She says, hey everyone, how are you, Lynn? Oh, look, day 2 squats completed.
I didn't mind today too.
I'm actually glad you suggested this challenge, even though I whined at first to Sharon.
Still whining.
And he's still whining. But see, I think that's awesome.
Oh, and then another thing we did today too was did my measurements.
Oh, yeah, we took his measurements today because he didn't do it yesterday. Sharon said, I still need to do today's. I'm getting laundry and miscellaneous household chores done this morning. Yeah, I need to do mine today too. I figured, I have lunch right before the live, so I'll do this after the live. I'll get my 55 squats in today.
See, I'm overdoing you. I got 60.
Oh, is this a competition?
Not anymore. You already won. You're with me. Of course you won.
Oh, that's true. Lynette said, we had so much great conversation last night. I sure did miss everyone and wish you could have all joined us.
Me too.
I had some leftover pho, which I already ate today. The broth was so good and comforting. That broth was really good. I finished my broth. Probably not the most elegant of ways.
Elegant, yeah.
I just picked that bowl up and I went and drank it.
And y'all, they have 4 different sizes there sitting on the. When you walk into the restaurant, they'll show them how many bowls they have, and I swear the biggest one is like a giant mixing bowl.
Yeah. Now, didn't they say they call that the family pho?
The family size.
Yeah, family size. But even the medium, I feel like is large, and so I took from Lynette. She ordered hers as a small, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to do a small today too, because last time I remember I still didn't finish the medium bowl. So I was like, so I have a closer chance of finishing the small bowl, and then I did give the rest of the noodles. So I finished my broth, but I gave all the others to Heath for his leftovers. So that was good.
And I thought I was smart too. And whenever I asked him for my to-go dish, they brought Lynette a bowl for her. I mean, one of those plastic cups full of her liquid, her soup. I was like, you know what? I want the same thing. I don't want all my stuff in a styrofoam. I really want. And then I get a bonus out of the way because now we have an extra container. Mm-hmm. So we save those and use them.
Yes. Sharon said, I've been squatting so much in the garden, getting it set up and planted. These squats now haven't been too bad. Well, there you go, right? It's helping.
Yeah.
Laura said, hello. Happy Sunday, everyone. Hey, Laura, how are you? Twinkie Q Cat said, we were all jealous. Glad you had a great time together.
Jealous?
Oh, I know. But just think, in 9 months, we'll get to also be with several of y'all again. Won't that be fun?
It is.
22Q Cat said, I hope this is a much better week for you, Shelly and Heath.
Me too.
Me too. It has to be better, right?
Yes. Onward and upward.
That's right. And now we're in June.
Yes.
Which means we're only 9 months away from the road trip now. That's going so fast. I remember when we were like over a year out, and now Shauna said, hey, y'all. Oh, I need more coffee, too. Be right back. Yes, you do. Mugs up. Brenda F. is here. Hey, Brenda. She goes, hello. How are you? And Carrie's here. Hey, Carrie. Said, hello, everyone.
Howdy.
Just getting back from church and the pewter's going. Oh, good. Wow. And then Carrie said, Shelly, last week when we had a lot of winds go through, they had a big tree fall on house and the street. There was a lot here.
Oh yeah, that's one other thing made me sad too. We had a bunch of more limbs falling in the yard. The lawn guys didn't pick them up.
They're lazy. They're like, we're not paid enough for that.
But they did blow off the roof.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought that was still kind of neat.
Yeah, we definitely needed it after the. I was like, okay. They ask us every month, do you want your roof blown off this month? And I usually tell them no, because it's like an extra $50. And I was like, after I looked, and I was like, oh, we definitely need it blown off. So that's why they did it yesterday.
Oh, I noticed too. I don't remember what brought it up, but I saw somebody post something in the Facebook group. They were asking one of the admins for a copy of the list or whatever from the rules for trash. And so they posted and put a link to the main one. We've been doing it wrong. We're not supposed to put batteries in our recycling bin. We're supposed to just throw them away.
Oh, I know.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. I don't think batteries are recyclable.
I thought they were.
Oh, I didn't think so.
Because, you know, we've been going through the AA and AAAs, but I've been throwing them in the recycle bin.
Well, unfortunately, I've heard that a lot of the times when you recycle stuff, that most of it ends up in the trash anyways.
Right.
Carrie said, heat is peeling away at us, right?
Yeah.
Laura said, the weather has been horrible. I know.
Yes.
And I know some of y'all had it a lot worse than us.
Yes.
So I understand. We really are very, very fortunate. So I'm sorry for those of you that had several days without power.
Right.
Because I think it was yeah, I know that.
Here we go. But another bad problem I have when the power does go out.
Too, remember, it's like
Forward.
hazy. There we go. We're back. Sorry about that. Right? The freeze of the day. Exactly. Right. Shada said, back with coffee with keto brains and a giant dollop of sugar-free whipped cream. Oh, wow. Ooh, how nice. Wow. I know after a bit, I have a little bit of coffee left and I'm going to whip up some heavy cream too. 22Q Cat said, that's a great thing about your DDPY heat. You can bring it up on your app and do it anywhere you are, home or not.
That's true. I can.
And you have done that before. Yeah. Mom Bear Lynette said, sounds like you made the best of a bad situation this week. It could have ended a lot worse. Right. Oh, yeah, definitely. That's why after the storm, I went walking around the whole house and I was like, really, yeah, we've got some tree limbs. But overall, that's very manageable.
Yes, it could have been worse.
Yes. Shada said, time is fluid, Hungry Heath.
Obviously.
That's right. Well, and let me know, what are you? What type of person are you? Because
the best kind.
Wednesday, when, we came back to the house Wednesday, when we left that hotel, we came back Wednesday. And Tuesday evening when we were packing everything and as we were leaving, there were a lot of neighbors that were already out cleaning the front of their yard, like picking up all the little pine cones and tree limbs.
Right.
And I was like, oh, should we have been doing that? Like, is that what we're supposed to do? And you were like, no.
We have people for that.
No.
That's called me. But no.
I was like,
I can't do that.
That's so ambitious of them to, the storm passed within a couple hours, then they're out there cleaning up their yard.
I mean, that's the adult way to do it.
But I was like the same day, because usually I'd be like, well, we'll get to it, by the weekend. But I do know a lot of them are retired. Yeah. So, maybe they're just like, well, it's our job now. I don't know.
And there was a few that landed in the driveway. So when I was running the trash out Friday night, I loaded it in the trash can too.
Wow.
Why not? I'm there. I'm handling trash anyways.
TweetyQ Cat said, as long as you can get your hard-boiled eggs, we know you're good. That's right. And Laura said Walmart also sells hard-boiled eggs.
I know every grocery store does, but
yeah. Well, I'd never seen them at Aldi before.
But you also weren't looking for them, so.
Well, I guess not, but
then with the other thing though, several areas don't have Aldi's though, so we don't know about on the trip if they're going to have it. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Like Renee said, she doesn't have an Aldi close to her. So.
But I know 22Q Cat goes to Aldi,
yeah.
So there's Aldi in Indianapolis, at least, and I think there's an Aldi in Columbus, right? My Bear Lynette said, guess what I just realized? We are now in day 2 of hurricane season.
Right, that's true. I've been seeing a lot of people
joy.
About that too. And in fact, somebody in that same Facebook group posted about all the names they have already picked out for this year's hurricanes. The meteorologist.
I just feel like it's always hurricane season here.
Well, all right. That's true too. That's the way it feels.
I'm like, it just like these storms and everything else.
And they said something too about how this year is supposed to be extremely bad.
But they say that every year.
Well, that's usually because the news is always on doom and gloom. So.
Well, it just like, they say that. They literally say that every year. Oh, this is going to be the worst year of hurricanes. I've never heard them say, oh, you don't need to worry about hurricanes this year. But
that's true.
On Tuesday, they said there wasn't going to be any rain that morning. So they were obviously wrong about that.
Right, their crystal ball was broken.
Shauna said, I think my weather map is ill. Heat advisory, yet rain in 78 minutes? 0 clouds in the sky and no wind. I mean, I can't.
Luck.
Yeah, who knows nowadays is how I feel. You never know. It could be very clear skies, but in 74 minutes, all of a sudden it gets pitch black. Mom Bear Lynette said, I love Dairy Girls. It's so funny. Yes, it is hilarious.
I
and
couldn't
Sharon
believe
said,
the language.
What show? Dairy Girls. Yeah. Oh, Sharon said, oh, yes, love it. Yes, it's so cute, right? Shauna said, I saw the Dairy Girls on a British cooking show. That's funny. But it also has the girl from Bridgerton.
Oh, yeah.
So that's pretty neat.
I've been seeing ads for that, too, recently. It was supposed to new season. Either it has or is about to start.
No, remember you looked it up there. It's in 2 parts because you were going to download the part 1. And I said, well, I want to watch it all together because I hate cliffhangers. Like, I want to see all of it. So I've been trying to avoid any spoilers of any sort because I want to watch all 8 episodes together over a weekend.
We really, last couple of days, we've been watching interviews with Deadpool and Wolverine. It's going to be a bromance movie.
I know. It's so cute. They're so funny. They've been friends for like 20 plus years. No. Like, wow, that seems like a long time. Because to me, I just can't. Like, Wolverine, what did he say? He's 55?
Yeah, I think he said.
And I was like, what?
Right.
What? Like, I know Hugh Jackman. I guess I should call him by his real name.
Right.
22Q Cap said, keto appetizers. Yes, I know. That was so awesome.
And then she said, too, that it was inspired by our Friday night.
That's so cool. It was really good. And see, that just proves, like Lynette did, she just took time to actually speak and explain things to the staff and the cook, and they were like, sure, we could do that. So don't feel like you're limited to a menu. Basically, if they have the stuff there, like if you're meeting a group of friends, just be like, look, I really can't have these seed oils. I can only have butter. Do you have real butter? And say, can you just take the butter and throw some shrimp and some veggies and just saute that together for me? And I think most places would be willing to do that for you.
Usually when we ask them for like that, they're like, yes, we can, but the here is the charge.
Well, that's fine.
Yeah.
Shauna said, my friend's hubby works at a local pizza place. They made bucks on drunk people after the festival last weekend. Oh, I bet.
I bet they did.
$8 a slice.
Wow.
Drunks love their carbs, right?
Yes, they do.
I think, and I think that's what they pretty much say is when you drink alcohol, that it does make you crave more carby food.
That's why they give you free pretzels or free peanuts and stuff like that at the bar.
Well, I thought it was also because the salt makes you thirstier.
That too, yeah.
But
that's the reason, yeah.
Yeah, because at the Drury Inn, every night you get a
that's right.
A little drink pass, and you could have 3 alcoholic drinks. And the kid that was checking us in was telling me, and he was like, how many adults? And I said, well, it's me and my husband. He goes, yeah, you get 3 drinks each. And I was like, oh, I said, well, we don't drink alcohol. And he was like, oh, well, then you don't need these. I said, well, I mean, we will want, like the tea or water or club soda. And he's like, yeah, but you can have all that you want. This is just for alcohol. I was like, oh, okay. And so, yeah, when we went to their dinner and they had the little set up, y'all. And I was just looking over their drink menu, right? Because I was like, okay, what can I have that's non-alcoholic? and I saw they had tonic water, and I always got it confused, tonic, because it's the wording to me. When you say tonic water, I took that as it's just water with carbonation, right? Tonic water. And then club soda, I always thought, oh, that's the one that's sweet. That's why it's called a club soda. And so I'm asking the bartender, I said, oh, is the tonic water? I said, that's the one that is no sugar, right? It's not sweet. And they were like, oh, yeah, it's not sweet. It's, And I was like, it's just like seltzer water, right? And they're like, I guess it's kind of like that. It's not that much seltzer. And I was like, okay, but it's not sweet. They're like, oh, yeah, definitely. It's not sweet at all. And I was like, oh, okay, well, maybe. And so she goes, well, hold on. You don't want to just have it plain. And she goes, let you just taste it first. And she did like maybe an ounce, like a little shot, Yeah. And I was like, okay. And I'm thinking, I mean, if it's unsweetened, I'm going to have a whole drink of it. And I go and I chug it. And I was like, oh, and immediately, because I can't hide anything. Oh my gosh, that was so sweet. And they both looked at me and they're like, it's sweet to you? And I was like, yeah, that is insanely sweet. And they were like I was a 3-headed dragon or something. And I was like, no. And it was all in my mouth. I was like, oh. So I went over there and I took some water and I was like slushing my mouth out. Ugh. I was like, that was horrible. And they just looked at me and I was like, okay, so it must be club soda, must be the one with no sugar, but they didn't have any club soda. So I just drank plain old water.
Right.
That was sad. I think you had tea, right?
Yeah.
They had tea there.
Yeah.
I could have had tea, but
right.
But yeah, I guess that's what you get, right?
I'm trying to think of what else happened.
And she said it's his words, not mine. I mean, $8 a slice. Well, I think what it is a lot of times people, if they've been at a festival or even a concert, you're
in the same mindset.
Right. You're like, oh, I don't really want to go sit down and eat anywhere. I just want to grab something. So they're like, okay, yeah, $8. That's not too bad, especially however much they shelled out for the concert. So they're probably like, yeah, let's just do that. Let's just grab some pizza and go.
That was at the concert that they got it off the thing, whatever, probably like $15, $16 for that one slice.
Right.
So now it's a bargain.
And then plus, I always heard a long time ago when we used to drink that they would say you want to have something fatty and greasy to soak up the alcohol. Right. So I'm sure a lot of people are like, oh, well, pizza's perfect for that. That'll soak up all this drinking I've been doing all weekend, right?
Well, I remember too, my mom used to date a guy that actually owned a bar, and he had pizza on his menu, but it was just a frozen Red Baron, little singles. And he like $15 for one of them.
Oh, Shauna said that was just the festival price. Markup for starving people at 10 p.m. and later. Yeah. Right, because you're like, hey, this is me having to work late price. May as well put it in the local establishment, right? Exactly. And Carrie said he can't do 55. Cue the song.
Oh, right.
I don't know. And then he's had a lot of days of no coffee. And then Shauna had me till boiled. Lynette said Sammy Hagar.
Yes, thank you. That's the name of his club. He calls it Cabo.
Oh, strange. Hey, Lisa. She goes, hey, hello, y'all. Last 3 hours of KetoCon. Did you have a great time?
Was the swag bag good?
Well, I mean, she shared it in our group.
That's right. My bad. Sorry.
And Shauna said about the pizza, it really is amazing pizza. Unless I went and scraped all the toppings into a bowl, he said, no, we don't do anything special. Not even for you.
Wow.
Lisa said, Autumn and Richard really have this thing organized, having an okay time. It would be better with all of y'all.
Right.
Oh, you're so sweet. I know. I was sad that we missed out, but
see the money that we would have used for that, we had to spend in the hotel. So,
well, no, I was going to say when we went in April, I really enjoyed, getting to hang out with Chris and Miriam. You got to meet Dr. Barry again, and then hanging out with Renee and meeting Poncho, and then hanging out with, of course, Lisa and Max. I had fun that weekend, and I feel like even though that event was just a couple of hours, I felt like that allowed us to do
other stuff too.
Other stuff that we really enjoy, such as going to the farmers markets. I really enjoyed that. And barbecue. That was a lot of fun. Versus, at KetoCon, we wouldn't have probably got to do those because we would have been there at the convention trying to listen to all the speakers and visit all the booths. How are compared to last year, Lisa, how are the vendors this year? Carrie said 9 volts are shocking if you touch it with your tongue. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Brenda said, doing great. Thanks for asking. Buns feeling the squats. Oh, good. You're doing it. How is your buns? What hurt?
Fine. What was getting me is my thighs, the front of my thighs.
Oh. His thighs really giving it a workout, aren't we? Here we go with the freeze of the day, Kitty. I know. Shauna said, I'm good. I was organizing my different bags of specialty coffee. Quite the collection. Because you're like, look, I cannot run out of coffee, right? You're like, this will not ever happen. 22Q Cat said, yes, I would die without having Aldi near me. Have never seen the hard-boiled eggs, though. See, it isn't just me. Handy to grab for a snack while traveling or whatever. Good to know, Shelly. So it might not be...
everyone.
Well, I was going to say it might not be everything. This might be one of their limited things, but I saw it in the refrigerated section. That kind of makes sense, right? And it was just a little bag, and it was kind of like hiding. And I was like, oh, they have hard-boiled eggs. And I'm thinking it was like 2 and some change. And I was like, wow, I didn't remember ever seeing those before.
Because we have like 3 or 4 Aldis really close to us. That I noticed only certain ones even have they carry the egg life wraps for us.
So right, that's true. Well, and then when they had pork belly for like a half a second, out of all of the Aldi near us, so what is there, 4 or 5 Aldi? I don't know. Within like 20 minutes of us, only one of them had pork belly. And by the time we got there, there was 1 or 2 packages and left, and that was it. And we grabbed both.
Yeah.
So that was, and we went to one Aldi, and then we ended up going to that one, and that was the only one that had the pork belly, and that was the only time. So they literally had pork belly one day, and that was it. And then they were gone with it. I wish every time I go to Aldi, I check their pork section.
Yes.
Because I'm like, please have the pork belly. I will grab it again because it was only like $3.49 a pound, y'all.
Wow.
I know. And so I keep hoping and hoping. I'm like, Aldi, you need to bring back pork belly, please. You sold out that fast.
Right,
like that fast. We had to leave on a Wednesday afternoon to go find this pork belly because it was all gone.
And I think the next day you were in there, you asked the guy, and he said, yeah, it goes quick.
Yeah.
As soon as we announce it, it goes quick.
It's like, please bring it back, Aldi. Keto in the Mist. Hey, said, I've tried watching Dairy Girls twice. Can't watch around the kiddos or at the office, so I get sidetracked. Yeah, that's not a kid-friendly or a safe-for-work show.
Right.
It's definitely something that you'll have to watch alone, probably.
Yes, for adult time.
Yes, adult teen show. But it is good. And I know I just want to say this real quick, because we have some people who are watching right now who don't have social media. And we've been pushing about the squat challenge in our Facebook group, but not everybody has Facebook. And if you don't, and you want the little chart, email us. Our email is in the description below. Email us, and I'll email you the squat challenge poster that then you can print out and squat along with us, right?
I guess what we should have did also put a link to it or something in this in the show notes.
That's true. We could have done that. Twinkie Q Cat said there's Q9 and tonic water too. I don't know what Q9 is. To me, tonic has a bitter taste plus all the carbs. Club soda for me. Right. Well, I guess that's what they were honed in on was the bitter taste. For me, when I tasted it, I couldn't taste bitter because all I literally tasted was sweet. I was just like, oh, this is awful.
Wow.
I was like, you lied to me saying that. And I should have just asked, hey, can I have the bottle? And looked at the bottle.
Right.
But I didn't.
You know how the carbies are.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. Well, then plus they're, serving up drinks all evening, every day to everybody. So a lot of people were just getting beers.
Right.
And I was just like, I don't know. I used to enjoy drinking, but now I really feel like I just don't have that desire anymore.
Right. It's cheaper this way.
Exactly. He also said because they were just 2 blocks from the concrete, they canceled any deliveries. Traffic so crazy would not be able to get back. Oh,
that makes sense.
That makes sense. Yeah, that would be very hard.
He's ain't gonna be no 30 minutes for free.
Right?
Oh, man.
Ugh.
Sorry, I'm just getting really tired all of a sudden.
Yeah, how are you getting tired?
No.
So any other things you want to talk about?
Really, I think everything is going good. I'm no news really. I mean, that's about it.
But how did you feel after eating out all this week, though? I was
really good, actually. I didn't really have any adverse effect on me. But I think a lot of yours is mental too, though. It bothers you mentally to go out to eat because you're still looking at the money.
Oh, well, that part
weighing on you. That kind of sways you, also, though.
Well, no, I could tell because my weight did shoot up a few pounds, which was probably, but it will come off. But I just know that, I could tell I'm holding on to inflammation. And because we recently made our own wings. When did we make wings? Was it Thursday?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
They were just as good. Well, honestly, they were almost as good. Because the ones at the restaurant were crispier.
Yeah.
That's the one thing, but because they're deep fat frying them. But ours were definitely cheaper.
Well, yeah, because I think that whole bag was maybe $7, and that fed both of us.
Right.
Whereas I think at Buffalo Wild Wings, it was still like $40.
Right. Even with a buy one, get one.
Yeah. But, good night, Sharon.
Good night.
I see. Well, good evening, good afternoon. Bye. Okay. Oh, oops. Carrie said, I just add the battery stuff since Heath was talking about batteries. Oh, okay. Toy Q Cat said Q9 is something they used to use for malaria.
Oh, okay.
No clue why it's in club soda, even if it's in a small amount. Oh.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either. Is it club soda or tonic water? Or is it in both?
All right.
You can tell how much I drink, right? Like, I don't even know what's in what.
All right. Yeah.
And that's Sharon said, have to get going. Need to make a run into town. See everyone later.
See ya.
Shauna said Q9 is also used for leg cramps.
Oh, okay.
So is it as good as magnesium? Because that's the main reason I drink my Calm every night is I still get leg cramps on occasion. I haven't since as long as I drink my Calm, I'm pretty good, and I don't get the leg cramps anymore, the Charlie horses. Which tells me I probably need more magnesium than just the Calm. And I know avocados, that's also why I have an avocado every day, is for the magnesium. And then I read that pumpkin seeds are very high in magnesium. So that's why I've started including them as well, as I'm probably deficient in magnesium. Whenever we eventually go back to the doctor to get all our blood work done, then, I definitely want them to check that and see how my magnesium levels are. Nice. She said, used to be for leg cramps. No, magnesium is better. They found the quinine to have some adverse effects.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Brenda said, is that pronounced quinine? Oh, am I saying it wrong? Quinine? Q9. I don't know. Let's see.
You know what else we need to do today, though? Make the fudge.
I know. Okay, let's see. Quinine? Let's see.
Quaalude?
Not a Quaalude. Quinine. Quinine. KWAI 9. Quinine. Quinine. It's the American pronunciation.
Sure.
Quinine. Yeah. How they said on Google. Quinine. TweetTQ Cat said, sorry, no quinine in club soda. It's in tonic water. Yes, quinine currently used for leg cramps. I worked in a pharmacy 40 plus years. Oh, that's right. So I'm a geek about this stuff. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So but magnesium is probably better though, right? Like Shauna said, magnesium is going to be better for those leg cramps. Wow, you learned something new. So I guess that is interesting because, you'll hear people like when my stepfather, he would get gout a lot in his toes, and they would tell him he had to drink tart cherry juice. And it was like a specific type of cherry you had to look for, which is hard to find. And they were like, that's what he needs to have every day. Have him drink that. And I'm thinking, so he's a diabetic, and then I'm looking at this tart cherry juice, and I'm like, that just seems like a lot of sugar to drink every day.
Right.
But they were like, oh, that's what helps with gout, and which just tells you, really what they should have done is had, him taking out a lot of the other stuff that he was eating that was worse for him, and he probably wouldn't have had gout, y'all. Oh, Laura said, bye, guys. Going shopping with my husband.
Awesome.
Ooh, fun. Have a good time. 22Q Cat said, I take magnesium glycinate at night for leg cramps and for better sleep. Yeah, okay. So that's why I do the Calm. I take that at night. I think it does help my sleep, but I have noticed, like, if I go without it,
a little more restless.
Not restless. Like if I go a couple days without it, like one of the trips we forgot the Calm, and so I didn't have it for 2 nights, and I could tell that my muscles started getting cramped in the back, and I was like,
legs, jelly legs.
Oh, jelly legs.
No, but speaking of the Calm, I want to double check this and see if it's gonna fit.
Oh. What are you checking?
And I gotta blow my nose. I'll be right back.
Oh, goodness, y'all. Wonder what he's gonna do with that. That's a tackle box. So every time we go on a road trip, we bring this tackle box with us because it's not just a tackle box, actually. It's a Homer box. It's a Homer. It's a Homer box.
Yeah. The tackle box is for tackle. It's the term. It's for fishing gear.
A box
this is a toolbox.
Oh, okay.
Bought in the tool shop.
It's a box. Hey, Mary T is here. Mary T said, hi, all. Just back from walking my dog. 55 squats in the garden again this morning. More jellied legs. That's awesome, Mary T. Thank you.
So what I was doing when we were talking about it last night, I was telling her I didn't know if this whole jug of Calm would fit in here nicely. And she's like, well, it fits your thing of instant tea, so I don't see why not. But I just wanted to double check, see, because also there's just extra napkins in here. So they could go away if we need to.
And what else is in there? I see a bag.
This is from where you're gonna have to
for the dogs.
For the dogs. Ooh,
no, extra. Underneath that. Okay. Oh wow, a toothpick.
Several extra plasticware, a little couple of things of hot sauce, another that's napkins. Like I said, plasticware, a little thing of sweetener for my tea. What else is in here? Oh, this is all plasticware. This one is plasticware.
Electrolytes.
Electrolytes and a little mini thing of salt. some more hot sauce, and some wet naps. And several things of plasticware. Because I used to take this to work also. I think that's all that's in here. Got all these little loose ones, so I need to go ahead and put them all in this bag again.
Probably. I mean, you just
I don't know
never
why
know.
I have all these empty salt and pepper things. These are trash. Well, the pepper's not bad. I don't want the salt because it's not Redmond's.
Right.
But
Betraya's here. Hey, Radical. How are you doing?
From. It's from these silverware packets that are inside of those.
Shada said, that's not a tackle box. That's a snackle box.
It's a toolbox.
I think Shada's right.
Oh, we got a whole thing of pens in here too. Several toothpicks.
Oh my. Because somebody grabs 10 of them whenever they leave. Mom Bear Lynette said, time for me to run. I have some clients coming over today. Awesome. Y'all have a great Sunday. You too, Lynette. Have fun with your clients.
Ooh, I think this is tea. Yeah, premium tea.
22Q Cat said, funny about the orange tackle box. Looks exactly like the code emergency boxes we had all over the hospital I worked at. Those boxes caused me PTSD.
They're not.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's not tackle. We're not going fishing.
Well, it looks like you're fishing for stuff right now.
The tackle box, I can go with that. I have one of those too. It's in there. That's what I call it a touch-up kit. So I used to go do all my touch-up on my cabinets.
Okay. Of all the people to get particular about what something is called, Mary T said, now I have to finish planting my flower pots before the rain starts. I need to rest first. Oh, goodness, Mary T.
What I was getting at, I wanted to make sure that the column fit in the box.
Yeah.
What's in the box, man? What movie was that?
Really?
Oh, and what is this?
Oh, I think this is for my eyes or something. Yeah, blink. Dry eye. I probably put in there. Just, sometimes when you drive a lot, you kind of get dry eye. Radical Geek said, even though I had a cooler of food, we ordered chicken wings. I'm having Monday coffee talk because I'm showering, eating, and going to bed.
Did you get your car fixed?
Yeah, how's the car going? I don't blame you. After that stressful of a weekend, you being like, you know what? Let's just get something done.
I think her problem was worse than ours.
Oh yeah,
car problems affect me far greater than AC.
Yeah.
What?
Nothing. Have fun with your Homer box.
I just wanted to make sure, like every time I walk in there, saw it, and then saw this just sitting here.
Mm-hmm. Well, Maitreya, I sure hope it's getting better. Did you ever get the car like running or fixed, or what's going on with it? But we're gonna miss coffee talk again.
Yeah.
Because I think last time when you had it was while he was still at work.
Right.
I mean, I know you don't have to work around our schedule.
I'm just saying.
So
okay. She's doing it on Monday instead?
Yes. Yeah. Oh, man. The vehicle is at the dealership, and they are still doing a quote.
Oh, no.
Despite catastrophic failure, it has no codes.
Oh, no. That in itself is a code.
Now, you said it's a 2007 FJ, right? So that lasted, what, about 17 years then? I mean, I think that's pretty good, right? Mm-hmm. For a vehicle, 17 years.
Yeah, but they've broken down around the pretty good.
Right. Because you're like, okay, of all the times you could break down, why now?
It's only like one of those backhanded compliments.
I know. I'm sorry. But, that just sucks. Because even though, you're like, I'm thinking of replacing it, you want to do it when you're ready to do it. Schedule. Right. And not where it's like
a necessity.
Right. That's like the worst time, right? Mm-hmm. The timing. She goes, yep. And yeah, it has over 300,000 miles. Wow. That's incredible.
That's really good.
Oh.
Poor thing.
Rest in peace, FJ. I don't know if you had a name for your car. Anybody else name their vehicles?
No.
You don't name
I
your
didn't
vehicle?
name mine. Did you name yours?
Of course.
How come you never told me?
I'm sure I did.
Another secret.
Another secret. We have so many secrets.
I'm telling you.
Mary T said, "What a great pic of you and Lynette last night.
Yeah.
It's so great you could get together." Oh, thank you.
I just feel bad for her. She had to drive about an hour to come see us. So.
I know. The weather decided to keep raining and then not raining and then raining. It rained while we were in there and then it stopped. But yeah, that was really nice of her to come up here. It's nice when there are places that, offer some kind of keto option.
Yes.
It just makes you feel like, more places could do better. But I guess that's not good for our pockets, right?
Right, because they did, we'd be going more often.
Right. So this time,
what I used to call the discouraging thing.
Right. And then I told him after eating out so often this past week, like I really enjoyed Thursday eating at home, eating the wings we made. And remember, I brushed it with that tomato basil.
So good.
That was really good. Brushed on the wings. And then Friday, the unwich Friday night, so freaking good.
Yes.
And then yesterday, what did we do? Oh, well, last night, we went out, but for lunch.
You made the pizza.
Oh, yeah. I made the skillet pizza and a little side salad.
Yes,
it was
good.
Really good. And then today for lunch, I used the rest of the ham in my salad, and you had the rest of the roast beef with
just
yours.
rolled it up and ate it. Yeah.
Yeah, so that was like really nice.
You finished off all that cheese?
Yeah, I sure did.
Yeah, that's fine. Well, so none of that's left. That's good.
Yeah. So we got all that taken care of, and then I went grocery shopping yesterday. But I really tried because I told him after this that we really need to
shop from the freezer,
get everything eaten out of that freezer, because I don't want to have a full freezer when we're going on the road trip next year. If something does happen, let's try to minimize our losses here, right?
Because it's better to eat it than to lose it.
Right.
I mean, we bought it for a reason.
Shada said, not as bad, but yesterday my tire pressure light went off.
Wow.
So tomorrow I'll get tires checked, even though they did it at the shop when they did my car. Right. I would think
say, was it your car or your mom's? Because that'd be really worse too. You're bothering your mother's car and then you get what kind of lights going off on it.
Oh, right. Carrie said, they would laugh since I don't drive that much and my car's 8 years old and almost 43,000. Well, that's pretty good.
Wow.
8 years with 43. I mean, that's kind of how we're doing. Really, the only time our vehicles get a lot of miles is when we do a road trip. And that's basically the only time of year it gets like really good and driven. Otherwise, I may be putting like a tank of gas almost lasts me a month, which I think is pretty good. Mary T said, once you get over the sticker shock, it's exciting to get a new vehicle. That many miles, that car owes you nothing, Maitreya. And Maitreya said, yeah, I hate to be a stereotype, but if it's totaled, I'm looking at a Subaru Outback. I mean, I expect nothing less.
Stereotype. I get you. Well, for what you're doing, it actually makes sense for you to get that. For all the stuff you do, all the traveling, like she's going camping, she does all the biking, so all of her gear would fit in there. So I'm thinking anyways. Are we on the same wavelength?
That's 100% what it is, right, Maitreya? But yeah, that'll be nice. Now, are you going to go for new, or do you get like a couple years old? How do you do that? Maitreya said, if it's just the alternator, though, I will fix it. I can do that. Oh, nice. There you go. Yeah, that's true. And then if you get another year or two out of it, then you can, save more towards the Subaru Outback and really look for one and do like Ramit Sethi said what he did when he was looking for his vehicle is he emailed a detailed letter to all of the area dealerships that had the vehicle he wanted and said, look, this is what I want, this is what I want, and this is the price I'm willing to pay. And then what happened is then he would have different ones come in and say, oh, okay, well, guess what? We could get it. So say he was like, I don't want to pay more than 20 grand. And they come back and they said, well, we could do 21,000. But then another dealership said, oh, well, we'll do 25. So then he had them bidding against each other because he would email back and he's like, well, I talked to this other dealership, and they're willing to go to 25.
And then bidding more with each other. That's
right. Awesome. And he said it. Then he ended up actually paying lower than what he wanted because, again, he did it at a time where he had that luxury of, hey, I don't have to have this vehicle today. And then, figured out by the actual value of the car and knowing that what the markups are at dealerships. And then there's a certain time, the best time, it might have been Clark Howard, but anyways, the best time to buy vehicles at the end of the year in December because they're wanting to clear their lot. But see, that's if you have the luxury. Right. So maybe if it is, hopefully something that is fixable and you can, get it to where it can last another year, then in December, you can really hit those dealerships, those Subaru dealerships and be like, look, and maybe get an even better deal if you're able to wait the 6 months, right? Because I'm all about, hey, if I could save $1 here, I will.
But I brag on her. Say she'll use a coupon on a coupon.
Mary T said, I've got wings defrosted as we speak. Nice. It's pub night at our house. Wings and leftover ribs.
Oh, that's awesome.
That sounds amazing.
That's a very good combination. I like that.
Tweety Q Cat said, nothing makes me appreciate my own cooking more than eating out a lot. Yes. I'm pretty picky and I like having things my way. Oh, yeah, because I'm cheap too. Sorry, I'm frugal. That's right.
Really good for several months ago. I can't remember the name of the restaurant now. We had a $25 coupon.
Oh, yeah.
Store credit or whatever from them. And we went there and ate, and we were just very, very let down by the food.
Yeah, that was 5 years ago.
We haven't been back since.
Right.
That's really one of our favorite restaurants to go to. And then after that one night, we haven't been back since.
Yeah. But yeah, and I think I think it's not just the frugality part of it, because it is so much cheaper to cook at home, but it's just, it tastes better to me.
Yes, it really does.
Like,
you don't have all the wonky ingredients.
And like the Buffalo Wild Wings, I still felt like ours tasted better.
The only way they beat us was like they were crispier.
But we could have gotten ours crispy. Yeah. I was scared of overcooking them. So probably I could have turned the heat up a little bit more and did 5 and 5 on each side or 3 and 3. Yeah. Or the broiler. And we could have got it crispier. Right. But other than that, though, I felt like our dips tasted better. Yes. And doing that tomato basil, it was just a better flavoring.
The service here is better.
Especially when I get my refills.
Uh-huh.
And then like having the unwich, that I thought was delicious.
Yes, it really was.
And then y'all know I love my salads.
Uh-huh.
Maitreya said, yes, actually, I don't know. We'll take my time shopping. See?
That's the way to go. Then you're not picking out what do you call it?
Well, sometimes I honestly feel like, and my apologies if you work as a car dealership, but I feel like they're almost like sharks, right? Because you walk in and their main goal is to make as much off of you as possible. Yep. And if they know you're in a situation where it's like, I need a car, then they're just going to take you for all you got. Yeah. Whereas you go in, you're like, I really like my car. I don't need a new car.
I want a car. I don't need a car.
Right. Maitreya said, I do prefer to eat at home, but I'm definitely too tired to do anything now.
I understand.
I did make sausage and eggs before we left camp. The electric black stove was perfect.
Awesome.
That's really cool. I'm glad that worked out well. But yeah, after camping and all of the stress will literally wipe you out. When something stressful happens, I understand how people are like, I'm just too stressed. I just want to go eat at the first restaurant I see, because you just don't want to make any decision. You're stressed out as it is. So I totally get that. And, that's why, sometimes it's good if you have like a default where you could be like, well, you know what? I know we get wings at this place and they're pretty decent. So let's just do that. And you just have like your emergency for those times that you're just stressed out. You have your emergency go-to, right?
Yeah. But also, like with us, we ended up eating out like 3 or 4 times that week. I actually miss cooking then.
I know.
I look forward to coming back home and cook.
Yes, exactly.
That's the way it's going to be. I think that's the way it's going to be on the trip too.
Yeah, we're gonna get tired of it and be
Mm.
like, okay, I'm ready to make our own food again.
So we'll probably, what we need to do? Go ahead and plan that out to where we can have some wings or something like that in the freezer. So we grab, because we have it set up to where we can even do our wings from frozen in the air fryer. So we can just grab a pack and throw them in there. And then when we get home, on the day we get home, instead of going out one more time.
Oh, right. Radical Geek said, yeah, I like to research for vehicles that have sat on the lot several months because you can haggle them down to move it.
Good point.
You're so smart. Yeah, that's really good.
Anything you got to do, you can save a buck.
And I didn't know you could figure out what vehicles have been there on the lot for a while. So they actually say, see, I have like zero car shopping skills or experience. Like I just, it's actually the bane of my existence. I hate looking for vehicles. Right. Like I just hate car shopping.
Because like the two we have, we're planning on driving them until they fall apart.
Yeah, exactly. Radical Geek said, to be fair, I have stress, but I also had a lot of camp party fun.
Well, you got to blow off that steam somewhere.
Yeah, you got to have fun at the camp. Now, I'm being nosy, did you go with a group of friends or just like close family or, how much of a camp party are we talking here?
Give us the deets.
I know, we're so nosy. I've never been camping. Have you been camping?
Several times, unfortunately.
As an adult, how many?
No.
Yeah, I've never, ever.
Like I told you, that's to me, it's like, why don't I want to go pretend like I'm homeless for the weekend?
Well, some people enjoy it. I'm not
my view, though.
Not gonna poop on anybody's fun, but I have never camped my entire life at all. Zero times.
I like the amenities.
Right. Part of it was my mother grew up, her father loved camping and she hated it. And so she was like, I will never camp again. But when she got with Joe, at one time they were going to go camping. And this should have been a sign from her right then. Joe didn't know, that was my father. I didn't know how to put up a tent or do any of that. Got the car stuck between two trees.
Oh, boy.
Like all of this mess.
And I think they see in the movies.
Exactly. And I think at that point they decided for the sake of their marriage, they would never camp again. So then when I grew up, we never did camping because that was just a no from both of my parents.
At least you came around after that. You missed all that part of it.
Well, I know. That's what I'm saying. Thank goodness. And so never did that. And I've never dated anyone that
was into it.
Well, I'm trying to think. Or maybe they just never convinced me enough.
Well, to me, because like we were rough camping per se, we put up a tent when I went to go visit my grandparents in Louisiana.
Oh, yeah.
I had to sleep in a tent every night. To me, that was camping. And I, for whatever reason, every time I ended up picking out my spot to lay the pallet in, the sleeping bag, I found the spot with the rocks I was sleeping on. Yeah, every time, no matter what part of the tent I went to. We had the big. I don't remember if it was an 8, 10, 12 person, whatever tent. It was a giant one that me and all my brothers, my cousins would sleep in. And of course, the adults all slept in the house.
Well, yeah, that's how I would be.
And then
too.
The last time I went was in high school. I went with the church.
Oh, yeah.
Went from Alvin to somewhere up in Colorado, and me and the preacher's son both got the acute mountain sickness, so they put us in a tent together, and we took turns getting up every night puking. That was fun.
Okay.
That's the last time I went camping.
Latreia said, chosen fam, and she rented a cabin, so glamping.
That's awesome.
Okay, yeah, I'm with you there. I think I could do glamping, right? Because I love a cabin in the middle of the woods.
Yeah, that's as rough as you get.
Right, as long as there's running water where I can take a nice hot shower, have a running toilet. I don't want to have to go splash it out somewhere, and air conditioning. Right. As long as I have those things, then I think
your privilege is showing.
I know. I think I could handle glamping.
Because I mean, pre-keto, we would always say, or at least I did, when we were on these road trips, I didn't want to eat anywhere. I could eat it back home. And I still say I don't want to stay anywhere less than what I live in.
Yeah.
Is that a little bougie?
Yeah, I think that's pretty bougie. Mary T said, "Oh my God, you've never been camping in my life."
And I promise you, she's not missing it.
But she said, "You are missing out."
I promise you,
Both me and my hubby grew up camping. So did my kids and my granddaughter.
I did too. I was in Scouts, and like I said, we did it every summer with my grandparents when we would go visit them. I consider that camping anyways.
I think part of it is because I think I was with somebody who their family camped. And I was like, okay, but you have to be outside with the bugs. Yep. I'm not, I just don't like bugs. Like, I wouldn't say I'm scared of bugs, but I will scream when I see a bug.
Yeah, even in the house.
And I have to shower every day. If I don't shower, I just feel
ick.
Yeah, total ick. So just and showering in some public place, I don't know. I have to have a hot shower or a shower of some sort every day. I just and then the bugs, I just can't. I can't, y'all. If I read a review on a hotel, and if somebody in the review says that there was a roach in their room, I will not.
6 years ago, she's not booking it.
I'm not booking it. I don't care. I'm like, somebody saw a roach at some point. They wrote about it. We're not staying there. 22Q Cat said, "We grew up camping also. So much fun. I wouldn't do it now, though. Not in a tent anyway. Nope."
What's the Jim Gaffigan bit, though?
Yes.
It's in everybody's family.
Brenda F said, "I grew up lake life. Every weekend in my 20s, camp parties every weekend. Fun, small town. So lake life. So you go and camp near a lake then?" Yeah. Wow. Now, do you get the cabin or are we talking actual tents? And see, Maitreya loves camping.
I know she does.
Yeah.
I love that for her.
Mary T said, "My dad was the sales manager at a GMC dealership and gave him some kind of RV every summer."
Oh, that's awesome.
Then I met my hubby and he had never RV'd and I had never tented.
See, we used to own an RV. RV. We used to have it was a pop-up trailer. I didn't like that either. That was cramped.
But I could almost do an RV because again, don't they usually have running water?
Yes,
like you have a shower and a toilet?
No. Yes. But I know you're not going to want to empty the water.
No, I would totally not be doing that at all. Yeah. And I know Joe convinced Rachel. There's no convincing me.
Right.
That's like a hard limit for me. Yeah. I don't touch poopy stuff. Like, no, I'm just, I can't do it.
She says they make people for that.
Him. That's my hard limit. I'm like, no, I don't touch anything like that at all.
What is it you used to say, though? Your camping is anywhere less than 3 stars?
I know, I joke like that. So ATQ Cat said, "We always slept on cots, never on the ground. There are spiders, bugs on the ground. Nope. But the spiders and bugs can get on a cot, Lynn.
They climb a tree. They can climb a cot.
They can climb that little 4-inch thing. Like, ooh. Oh, and then I think also down here, I don't know, up how bad it is in Ohio and Indiana. The mosquitoes are just horrible. So to me, to be outside, like we've had friends that are like, oh, we're going to have like a barbecue party. Come on out. And I'm like, wait, is there indoor seating? Because if I'm going to have to sit outside for hours with mosquitoes, it's a no.
All of a sudden I got busy.
Right. And they'll be like, well, no, you can sit inside and we'll have spray or whatever. Just the mosquitoes, I can't deal with them, y'all. They're horrible. They're the worst thing. I feel like mosquitoes should die. I don't see any benefit to our ecosystem for a mosquito. If you know the valuable role that mosquitoes play in our ecosystem, convince me now, because otherwise I have not found one. And I think we will survive really well without mosquitoes.
They're so bad here. We call them the Texas unofficial state bird.
Right. Brenda said tents, houseboats, campfires, no sleep.
Oh, wow.
Boy, the things you do when you're young, right? When you're in your 20s, basically you can lay on the ground and get up the next day. Me, if I sleep wrong, I'm out for a week.
Right.
Ron Skeeto Cafe. Hey, Ron. Bro. Said, hi, everyone. We used to go camping all the time when we were kids. My wife hates camping. I love her already.
Good woman.
Outside cooking, the food always seems to taste better.
But I can do that and still come back to my house and sleep at night.
I've heard that, though, too, that people say camping food tastes so much better. But is it because you're just so starving and there's nothing else going on?
It's a deprivation.
I don't know. I'm playing. I'm sorry if that's mean. But I've heard that. I mean, you do enjoy smoking and using the Blackstone, so it's not too different. 22Q Cat said, we rented a cabin every summer, also at lake, much better than the tent scene. Oh, yeah. Totally better than the tent. A cabin? Yes.
Rented cabins before.
Yeah, we have rented, because I remember my mom and I, when we would go to Canton, in Canton, Texas, not Ohio, they have this, they call it the First Monday, and it's like a huge flea market, right? And it's sometimes hard to find. Like the only hotel is like the Q Time Inn or whatever. And so there's a lot of bed and breakfast up there. And there's a couple places that you just rent a cabin. And so you rent the cabin, but you do have a private bath. But for breakfast and any eating, it was like a little communal area.
Oh, okay.
So it was like this area kind of like it's a big deck. And there was all these single cabins around, like 6 or 8 cabins. And they all shared that deck area. And then there was like a main house that then they would serve breakfast or they would have drinks during the day. And you go get that.
Okay.
So it was a nice, and to me, that's as close as I have come to camping.
Right. Was
having that cabin to go flea market shopping, because that's the way you do it. Ron Skeeto Cafe said, we slept on the hard ground in sleeping bags. My back couldn't handle that today. Right. No. Like, could you imagine? I mean, I feel like if I sleep in a bed, a different bed that is like remember the cruise bed? Oh my gosh.
So it was like the Princess and the Pea kind of thing.
Well, remember on the Royal Caribbean, their beds are horrible. And that last year on that cruise, that bed was so freaking hard. I swear it took me a month to get over it. So can you imagine sleeping on the ground? No, I can't even sleep in a hard bed. Right. I certainly can't sleep on the ground.
I feel like the floor on the ship may have been soft.
I know. That bed was so hard, y'all. You should have took the corner and see if it would bounce off. Right. Carrie said the mosquitoes here can land their own planes. I am saying there's so many of them. It's just too many. 22Q Cat said, yes, food we cooked on the Coleman stove always tasted great. I remember the smell of the Coleman stove fuel. Good times. Did you all use a Coleman?
I don't remember. I know we had a propane cooker of some sort, but I don't remember the brand.
Well, knowing your father, he probably rigged something up. Right. He's like, oh, look, I found this piece of metal at a job site. We'll just hook this up.
Right. He did a lot of redneck engineering.
Ron Skeeto Cafe said hot dogs on a stick. Ooh, and burnt marshmallows that fell into the campfire and the pesky mosquito bite. Okay, see, you lost me at mosquitoes. Right. You had me like thinking of I love a good burnt hot dog. Like to me, a hot dog that looks like a hot dog is not a good hot dog, but give me a nice burnt hot dog with the char marks all around it and the little bubbly bits on the end where it's just been, popping from the heat. That is a good hot dog. You got me. Like you would lure me to a campsite with your hot dogs.
I bet I'm going to eat and leave.
Right, because then a mosquito or some bug would come near me, and I would be, I'm back at the car. I just can't do it. Sorry. And then the burnt marshmallows. Did you have those?
I've never been a fan of marshmallows.
Oh, that's right.
Because I don't like even doing s'mores. Just give me the chocolate.
Oh, see, I loved marshmallows.
I remember growing up though, the one house we had I had like a regular gas stove. And Mom would roast marshmallows on the gas burners there in the house.
Wow.
It's open flame. Why not?
I've never had a burnt marshmallow.
Yeah.
That looked good.
I promise you're not missing anything.
I don't know. I've loved marshmallows, y'all. Like that was one of the things I loved about a hot cocoa was all of the marshmallows. It would be almost more marshmallow than hot cocoa.
I feel like I was chewing on styrofoam.
Oh, not me. And sometimes I don't know why I was diabetic. I would buy when they would have the big jumbo marshmallows. I would buy a bag of those and I would just eat those.
That'll do it.
Like, how crazy is that? But I was like, I'm an adult. I can eat what I want.
And that's my dinner.
Right. No. Probably dinner was pizza and then marshmallows.
Right.
But has anybody tried the keto marshmallows? I've never tried those. I know I go on about how much I love marshmallows, but I've never tried any of the keto ones. A, are they worth it? And B, are they actually clean? Or is it, no, you're still going to have to make your own marshmallow ketofied? What is the best option there? Is it worth it? Number one, though. Carrie said, I looked up the dreaded mosquito, and it says mosquitoes help in pollination like bees and are a food source for some animals, and they help break down organic matter by consuming decaying plants.
I don't need your propaganda, sir.
I think Google is lying. I think there's some mosquito in the Google chairman and putting out there, because I just can't believe any of that is true. Radical Geek said, I did get some bottle bites, but the bug zapper indeed helped a lot. What are bottle bites?
I don't know. I've never heard of that before.
But the bug zapper, I've heard the bugs. We have a bug zapper out there.
But it's not plugged in right now.
No. And well, then we have the freestanding one.
Yeah,
and I've got
a couple more too that you said.
Yeah, and I have the little refills.
So we just don't want people thinking we're political with them.
Huh?
Nothing.
But I have the refills. I just avoid being out there. Matrey said, we had burgers, hot dogs, cold cuts, sausages, and eggs. We ate great pizza, awesome. Including a keto-friendly pizza.
That's awesome.
Wow, you really got use of that freaking Blackstone.
Here's what we're going to do then, okay? We're going to let you come camp in our backyard. You can cook for us.
Laura's
I'm
back.
Here to help you.
You already went shopping and got back, Laura. I feel like you didn't go very far.
Or did we go that late?
Maitreya said, we roasted the Chalk Zero marshmallows. They are not clean, and I was ill for like 3 days.
Ouch. That on top of car problems too?
Yeah, that's my thing. Anytime I see Chalk Zero, I just don't do it. We had a Chalk Zero on
that one cruise.
The 2 years ago cruise out of Florida, that low carb cruise. We won the Chalk Zero from 2KK. And so I was like, well, I'm not going to have these 8 bags at my house. So I brought them on the cruise and handed them out. But I'm telling y'all, I don't, there are a lot of people who say Chalk Zero spikes them. I didn't test, but I pretty much guarantee they spike me. And so I'm just avoiding Chalk Zero anything. So yeah, right there, I wouldn't buy it because it's Chalk Zero. Because I just figure, well, it's going to spike me because whatever they use, it doesn't sit well with me. Okay, she said, not bottle, bot fly. Oh, you had a bot fly. Huh. Oh, that's cool. And then Carrie said, thank you for the laugh, Heath and Shelley. The bug zapper is cool. Huh. Maitreya said, they did taste good. Laugh aloud. Not worth it, though. No, not after 3 days of being sick. No. That's what I mean. So is there not any good keto marshmallow options? Because I feel like I've seen at HEB some kind of keto marshmallow, but I'm just like, I just don't. I don't think I feel like anytime I've looked at a keto marshmallow, they're just not good ingredients. So I always go, never mind.
It's not a necessity.
No, it isn't. It isn't. I mean, really, I don't need it.
Because like even like back in the day, like for the holidays when they did the sweet potato pie or whatever,
Yes.
I always hated that too.
That was so good. That's what I was really good at too, because I would. You still think my sweet potato casserole is good? Mm. You freaking ate the poop out of it. You were going back for seconds. Yeah. A lot of people have said my sweet potato casserole is amazeballs.
Yeah, I believe you.
Well, didn't your brother even say it was the best he had?
Yeah, but
so you're saying your brother praising me on one of my dishes, you're still knocking my dish?
I'm not knocking your dish. It's not the fact that it's your dish. It's the fact that the sweet potato pie.
The sweet potato, I would do a sweet potato casserole. It was so freaking good. And it is easy to keto-fy other than the marshmallow. So I used to do the whole, tons of marshmallows on the top. You couldn't see the sweet potato because there's so much marshmallow on top. And then I made sure I did it in a broiler so it got all crispy on top. It was the bomb. I never had leftover sweet potato casserole.
Right.
They all ate it up. Laura said, I'm watching in the car. Husband's driving. Oh, awesome. Hi, husband. Be safe. What are you going to go shop for, Laura?
What are you buying me? Give me one of those and one of those and one of those.
Yeah. Evelyn. Hey, Evelyn.
Hey, how you doing?
Said, I've had the Max Mallows. Okay, that's the brand I heard. I tore up 3 to 4 of them and put them in a peanut butter fudge with banana keto chow. OMG. It was like my version of banana fluffer nutter.
See, there's no problem,
Evelyn,
I can't do peanut butter anymore.
But I can do peanut butter. Sad. I can do peanut butter all I want.
Love peanut.
That sounds amazing.
Couldn't you do that though with
oh my gosh, peanut butter fudge with banana keto chow. Oh my gosh.
Do the pecan fudge, pecan butter in it.
Yeah, that's true. Be a bougie banana fluffer nutter. That sounds really good though. So our Max Mallows, are those clean? And what is the taste? Is the taste good? Radical Geek said, I love sweet potato pie. See, shut my mouth.
Right.
And I always did mine with, I think, either pecans or walnuts. And it was just so good.
Okay, here's what we're going to do then. Mm-hmm. If you find out the Max Mellows are good, get all the stuff and make a keto version. We need to give us more content.
That sounds really good, doesn't it, y'all?
Well, holidays or not, right?
I know, because I would always put lots of butter. Because to me, when I would make it, it was like, well, it's the holiday. You can have extra butter. So I'd put lots of butter in it, lots of brown sugar, lots of nut. Well, I would say an appropriate amount of nuts. You don't want too many nuts crowding a dish, right? And then it would just be so creamy because I would just whip it like a mashed potato. And it would just be so whippy and creamy. And then put the marshmallows on top. Oh, so good. We're tiring you.
No, I'm not tired. Just my MS.
Carrie said, that sounds wonderful with the Max Mallows. Yeah, doesn't that?
Like, that's the thing, too. Is like in the holidays, it wasn't even the desserts that got me. I was always going towards the meat.
What was your favorite Thanksgiving?
Honestly, the fried turkey my dad used to make.
Oh, yeah. Your dad did make good fried turkey.
But, of course, he did it in peanut oil.
Yeah. Let's see.
Also the
Max Sweets. And then what? What was the other one?
I like the ham.
Oh.
And I liked my grandmother's potato salad.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I liked her
dressing. Because it was a mustard, right?
Yeah, the mustard-based one, yeah. But then also really, really enjoyed her stuffing. She made homemade stuffing, cornbread stuffing. Oh. And then I like the giblet gravy on it.
Oh.
And I've looked forward to that stuff more than I did the sweets and the desserts.
Wow. Well, not me. Let's see here.
The only thing I
An
really liked
MCT oil?
The only thing I really liked from the desserts was their chocolate pie.
Yeah, you did go on and on about our chocolate pie. Wow, they're fueled with prebiotic fiber and MCT oil in the Max Mellow. They have a vegan classic vanilla.
Oh, wow.
Well,
so now you're fixing to order some?
No. But why won't it show me the ingredient? Oh, here it is. GMO soluble fiber, prebiotic inland fiber, allulose, pea protein. I know some people have problems with pea protein, MCT, carrageenan. Some people have carrageenan, and natural vanilla. I mean, that sounds pretty clean. So it's about 13 total carbs.
A serving?
For 2 marshmallows, but the allulose, I know that's probably where most of it is at. Allulose sugar found in figs. Oh, really? 2 grams of allulose. So that's 11 for the fiber. Which, that fiber, that's good if you're on probiotics. You gotta have it. But they have vanilla, huckleberry, burnt caramel. Oh, heck. Lightning vanilla. Okay. Mint chip birthday cake. Oof.
You know what's going to happen, right?
What?
We're going to have to order the sampler pack and get one of each.
They do have build a bundle.
See what I mean?
Oh, here's bundles. Oh, they have keto creamers. Has anybody tried the Max keto creamers? And they even sell chips. Sugar-free dark chocolate chips. Has anybody tried their dark chocolate chips? Candy-coated chocolates. Oh, kind of like M&M's. Oh, wow. Oh, here we go. Sugar-free vegan lovers bundle or sugar-free marshmallow bundle. Probably get that one. Wow, $40 for a 6-pack.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, I don't know. What do y'all think? Is it worth it? What do you think of Max Sweets, the ones who make Max Mallow? What do you feel about their products? Have you had them? Have you had any issues with them? Carrie said, Heath, I'm sure you can make your own marshmallows. I see them do it on the Food Network all the time. I'm sure you can do it keto. Yeah, way before being carnivore. I love cornbread. Haven't ate it in a long while. I know that I can with Nisha's recipe. Oh, yeah, definitely. And that is true. You can make your own marshmallows. I think I've tried to do it. I just need to work on it a little bit better. But I'm just curious. Like, what do you think? Because I've done my own gummies before. What do you think about the Max Mallow versus doing it yourself? 22 Cat said, I think keto focus, where I saw a recipe for the marshmallows. I don't miss marshmallows enough to want to mess with making them. But if I ever do, can't remember if the ingredients she used. Well, that's what I mean. It's like, do I want to sit and make a whole bunch of marshmallows? Radical Geek said, I wonder if the Keto Chow marshmallows will roast. Ooh, there's something you could try. Evelyn said, I wouldn't overdo them. I'm not sure that they would roast over a bonfire, bonfire. Do you know they have a marshmallow recipe using Keto Chow? I did not know that. So has anybody tried the Keto Chow marshmallow? What did you think of it? That's interesting. Carrie said, I try to look for white chocolate since it doesn't have caffeine. It has more junk in the ingredients. Oh. Let's see. Keto Chow marshmallows. Let's see. Root beer marshmallows and eggnog marshmallows. Let's see. The root beer looks a little bit better. Well, not exactly like a marshmallow, but let's see what it says. What'd she use? How'd she do it? Water, unflavored gelatin, water, allulose, and a keto chow. I mean, that's pretty simple ingredients. And you just bloom the gelatin and then add that and then whip it. I mean, that looks pretty good. But yeah, I wonder if they roast. How they roast. Let's see. Then here's an eggnog one.
Wow.
I don't know. The other ones looked a little bit better to me. Water. Oh, it's the same. Well, they're just using erythritol instead of allulose. So the same recipe. Oh, and then High Flute Low Carb did the keto marshmallow battle. Wow. There you go. But again, do I want to make them or do I just want to order them and be done with it? But then they'd probably sit in my pantry for like two.
All right.
Evelyn said, FYI, for bonfire, summer go-to is going to be thick cut bacon ribboned onto a hot dog stick and cooked over the bonfire.
That sounds good.
When
too.
others are roasting marshmallows, you'll have bacon. Now that
That's
sounds
true.
even better.
What about bacon wrapped marshmallow?
I don't know. It seems like a sticky situation.
Yeah.
But you could do like you could take the bacon and put like brown swerve on
Right.
it or the like maple.
Oh yeah. That sounds
And
good
then
too.
do that if you wanted a little bit of a sweet touch,
Yeah.
which I just found yesterday for a recipe I am working on. I found at our HEB they had a cinnamon maple Lakanto syrup.
That would be really good with some pork belly.
Right? Cinnamon maple. So we're gonna see. I'm trying to
Or
do it in a recipe, y'all, and see
it'd be
how it
good,
turns
too,
out.
on pork ribs. You know when we do the
Oh yeah, my pork ribs
Yeah.
for glaze. That's true. I haven't ever tasted the cinnamon maple, so we'll see. Last time we got Lakanto, I think it was like 2 years ago,
Uh-huh.
and we just literally ran out of it this past week.
No, I think there's still some in this fridge.
No, I poured I thought I used the rest of it. Well, maybe
Put a
there is
salt
still.
Already, there's still
It's
some.
legit been over 2 years since we got this Lakanto syrup. And that's how fast we go through. Oh, okay. So we still have some.
But it's you can't see because of the wrapper on it, but it's very.
It's
very
like
little.
maybe a tablespoon left.
Maybe.
But see
See, now that I'm up, I'm gonna use the bathroom.
what? I am shocked. 22 Cat said, I just said that about the marshmallows, but now you've got me curious about the keto chow ones. Lots of great flavors to choose from. I know, right? Like they did root beer and the eggnog. And then I bet the vanilla cream would be good for like a traditional marshmallow flavor or the birthday cake. Ooh. I wonder about the licorice flavors, how that would be as a marshmallow. I'm completely out of gelatin, so I need to get more gelatin before we do anything. Because like I even made strawberry jam yesterday because at Kroger I got a 2-pound thing of strawberries for $2.97. So I used half of it to make more strawberry vinaigrette because we freaking love that. And then I used the other half to make more strawberry jam. And oh my gosh, that stuff is so good. So let's see. What would be another good flavor? Just chocolate marshmallows. Ooh, a chocolate malt marshmallow. That might be really good. Ooh, especially come winter time. Y'all, the pumpkin flavor. Oh my gosh. Okay. Pumpkin flavor marshmallows to have on your pumpkin spiced coffee. There, we're done. We know what we're doing this fall. Pumpkin marshmallows.
I saw too. Speaking of cooking and stuff, I saw you have a package of bacon thawed out in there.
Yeah.
When are you cooking that?
I don't know. Sometime this week. We always need a package of bacon for something. Right, y'all? I love bacon on my salads. And I got more markdown salad mix at Kroger yesterday, which was nice. And I'm trying to think if there was anything else I got, y'all. At Aldi, I got my avocados and my jalapenos at Aldi and the heavy cream, but it is killing me spending $5.29 for a quart of heavy cream. I'm just like, every time I go, I'm like, can you please bring this price down? I remember when it was $3.85 I'm so sad every time I have to pay $5.29 for a quart of heavy cream, y'all. Ugh. I got that. And then I was looking through their limited time. So if you're an Aldi shopper, they had their bacon on sale too, $3.99 for a pound of bacon at Aldi. But they also have women's underwear, and they had some cute women's like sports dresses with a short underneath. But the women's underwear, I went ahead and bought a package because it's only $7, y'all. And it's a 6-pack. So if you like cotton underwear, you might go look at theirs. I mean, a 6-pack for $7. I was like, okay. So we'll see. This is the first time I've ever bought all the clothing of any kind. So we'll see how well these hold up, but we'll see.
Whew.
But I enjoyed that at Aldi. And then, I got you your steakums.
Yeah.
He loves that. You didn't even have that this morning,
No,
did you?
I think about doing it Tuesday. Well, because I figured use up the leftovers we have.
Yeah, though, that's better. Evelyn said bacon is forever. Yes, ma'am. Like, bacon is the bomb. Like, it really is the best thing there is. And that's why it cringes me when I was reading something and they were like, yeah, you really should limit your processed meat like bacon. And I'm like,
bad science.
I can't even follow. This was somebody in the keto sphere that was talking about, you don't want to eat a lot of processed meats like bacon.
You don't need that negativity in your
life. I know. I was like, well, I might be unsubscribing from you because don't take away my bacon.
You know what I kind of want to do, though?
What?
I want to take a nap before coffee talk.
She's not having coffee talk.
No, okay, so we just go to bed now, then.
22Q Cat said, if anyone tries out making marshmallows, please let us know in the group. I still need to make the cottage cheese flatbread too, Betray's favorite.
Right?
22Q Cat, I feel like that's you're like, okay, I want to do this, but I want everybody else to do it first.
I want you to be my test kitchen.
But yeah, if you do any of these, please, y'all, share in our Facebook group or email us if you don't have social media. Yeah. Email us, and if you're with your permission, we'll post it as part of our little trailer each week. But I'd love to see whatever you make.
Right.
And then Maitreya said, I do love bacon. I mean, I have a coworker who does not like bacon, though, y'all. I know. I'm just like, all the things. Laura said, I burned my bacon this morning.
Oh, no, I'm sorry.
My pup was happy, right? They're like, well, I'll eat it. Don't you just want to cry, though? Like, that's literally worse than spilled milk.
Right?
22 Cat said, Dr. Berry says lots of bacon is just fine. Just saying. I mean, obviously, Dr. Berry's correct, 100%.
Bacon.
It's bacon, right?
It's cured meat.
Well, that's what the person was saying. Don't have a lot of processed meats.
I know, but it's cured.
But that's my favorite thing is processed. I guess not my favorite, but I love bacon. I do love my hard salamis.
And ham.
Yeah, and ham. Those are really what I would gravitate to more than I would choose those over chicken or turkey.
Right.
Or seafood, except for salmon.
Yeah.
Evelyn said, so have pork belly instead? Okay. Right. Some days I have pork belly. Some days I have bacon. Evelyn said, my father-in-law has traded all his sweets for 3 pounds of bacon a week.
Wow.
He's happier and healthier.
That's awesome.
Right? That's amazing. See, I think that's how we should change the keto. Instead of people being like, oh, keto means no carbs. Keto means more bacon.
Yep.
And I think most anybody can agree. More bacon is better. Maitreya said, my child doesn't like bacon. Parenting failure.
What is it he said in what's it called now? The movie. I'm trying to remember now. The Snowman and the Bandit.
Snowman and the Bandit?
Bandit was the driver. Snowman was
Smokey and the Bandit?
Smokey and the Bandit, yeah. And he'd always tell his boy, how did you come out of my loins?
Right, there you go. How'd you come out of my loins and you don't like bacon?
Right.
It's hard to comprehend, right? And yeah, my coworker, she'll be like, ooh, not bacon.
What
And
do-
then the rest of us are all like, ooh, we're going to have bacon on this today. We're like, ooh,
What do they call it?
bacon.
The duct tape of the food world.
I'm saying it's just so delicious. 22Q Cat said, coworker doesn't like bacon. Clearly, they must go. Right,
Huh.
right. That's, no, we're done. Sorry. Ellen said, it's how I wake up my teens on the weekends. They won't get out of bed, start cooking bacon, and they magically appear.
That's awesome.
That's how I feel it is with Heath. Anytime I cook bacon, you'll come in and you'll be like, ooh, what smells so good? And I'm like, I made bacon for me.
Right? Me too.
Like, didn't you just eat? You were like, but I have room for bacon.
But it's bacon.
Yes.
Oh, then you know what we need to make now? We need to make some chocolate covered bacon.
Yeah, we've talked about that.
We talked about it, but we haven't done it.
Matrey said they do like sausage though. So okay. So there's a possibility they can get into bacon.
They can grow out of it.
Right. They're on the sausage train, so eventually you'll just swap.
I love bacon like for breakfast and stuff. But my favorite, like if we're having pancakes, I'd rather sausage patties.
Me too. Oh no, I like sausage links with pancakes.
Yeah, but we can't get clean sausage links though.
Yeah, you can through Peterson's.
Yeah.
No, is it Peterson's? Yeah, that I bought before.
I know, but I still rather the other one, the old folks.
Oh, Purnell's.
Yes.
Well, the Purnell's sausage is really good.
Yeah. But I like that with pancakes.
Yeah.
It's a lot easier to get a piece of a sausage and a piece of a pancake together.
I know. And to me, sausage is really good with like a syrup.
Yes.
Like, so you use a little bit of Lakanto syrup. That with sausage is really good. And then the pancake and yeah. Terry's here. Hey, Terry said, joined late, just caught up. Anyone tried the RX sugar syrups? All allulose. I've really enjoyed them.
I've never tried that. I didn't even hear about them before.
No, I saw it on when I was looking for who would have Lakanto syrup near us, and they brought up RX sugar. I think that's available at Kroger.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what Kroger carries. Oh, okay.
I need to get somewhere though?
Well, no, because we just bought this Lakanto. But yeah, what do y'all think about the RX sugar? Because I'm seeing tons of different kinds at Kroger.
That's what I'm saying. I'm going to Kroger on Tuesday.
Yeah, but we just spent $9 on this Lakanto. Oh, and it says Walmart carries them too. $14?
Oh,
Ooh, look at me. I'm so like I thought I paid $8.98 for the Lakanto, and I was like, oh, that seems expensive. Oh, these $12.99, $13.
But if Walmart has it, the same have it also.
I don't know. Oh, I don't know. That is a little pricey.
Yeah, but what if it tastes better?
I don't know.
We won't know until we try it.
Terry said, yeah, Kroger's in the pharmacy department.
Oh, that's different.
I guess because it says RX on it.
That's different.
Well, a lot of times it used to be in the pharmacies where you could find Ensure and all the like alternative like health things.
Right.
And then now RHEB separates the actual healthy food from more of the prescription. But wow, okay. Been reading about the benefits of allulose, even confirmed by Dr. Ben Beekman. Oh wow, yeah. I've always been kind of hesitant with allulose, but it seems like as more stuff is coming out, that it actually would be a better option than stevia. So that might be something we try in the future, the RX syrup, and just see how it is. Compared, if it's just allulose, it probably would be a better option.
Okay.
Wow, that's really cool, Terry. Thanks for telling us. And if you like it and think it tastes really good, then I'll put it on there to try at a later date, not this Tuesday. We'll wait till we've got through our bottle of Lakanto in a year.
Right.
And
Yeah, as often as you use it, what's the rush?
I know that's what I'm saying. Is it's literally been over 2 years since we got that Lakanto.
Right.
Good thing they're shelf stable, and then when you open it, you put it in the fridge. But that I feel like that's kind of how we do with a lot of like keto products.
Right.
You know, like the keto sweetener blend that we got at Costco 5 years ago. We just used the last of it last month.
Oh, wow.
So we do tend to go slow with using that stuff. So I guess that's good. But the gelatin, I do go through more. And like I'm out of gelatin. And what was the other thing? Like the chia seeds.
Oh yeah.
I go through that quite a bit because I do like to put it in my kefir, which I'm thinking, y'all, after this, I'm going to take my kefir, my quarter kefir, and one of you did this. I'm sorry, I don't remember who it was, but they made theirs into a strawberry kefir. So I was thinking of adding some of the kefir jam, blending that up, and having that.
Well, why don't you do it right now so we both can have it on camera?
Well, because I'll have to be up and about doing things.
I know, but then I get it.
You'll still get it either way. Are you leaving after the live? Or are you going
to sleep?
Evelyn said, I get my Lakanto at Big Lots.
Oh, I need
near us. It's usually discounted. You can use Big Lot coupons.
I can't remember the last time I went to a Big Lots. Where's one close to us?
Over there by that new academy.
Oh, okay, then.
You know, the Old Hearts Chicken.
Yeah, because I remember I used to go when I lived in Pearland. I'd go to there a lot.
I honestly forget about Big Lots all the time.
Yeah.
I forget that, and I wouldn't have ever thought that they would have the keto stuff at Big Lots.
But thanks for the tip.
Yeah, so we'll have to check that out next time we're in that area. Go in there and just peruse, and if we find it discounted, even better, because it is shelf stable.
Right.
Oh, thank you, Evelyn. And who knows? That'd be cool if they get the RX stuff too.
All right.
Get all of it. And Terry gave a thumbs up. Well, we're at the over 2 hour mark.
Right.
Do you have any last thoughts? Oh, no. No, I don't.
I've been racking my brain trying to think of anything else to tell them.
You got this little.
I know. I need a haircut. I look like a hippie.
Oh, yeah. That's exactly what I thought. I looked at you and I was like, oh, look at this hippie.
It's touching my ears. I don't like it.
Yeah.
It's hanging down.
Well, remember, tomorrow, Radical Geek will be doing coffee talk on Monday.
One day a week.
Yeah, coffee talk tomorrow, not tonight, y'all. So set your alarm. Make sure you're subscribed to Radical Geek and have the notifications turned on, because I don't know if she's determined a time yet or not. But tune in for that tomorrow. And then, now we can go. We might be able to finish the rest of Dairy Girls today.
All the other 2 seasons?
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
What?
Because we also need to edit a video and put it out for Monday.
I already have one scheduled for Monday.
All right, then. She's on top of it.
So, yes, we have video coming out tomorrow.
I'm probably going to fall asleep during them, though, because I'm feeling it.
Well, and I got to do my squats too.
Right.
So, yeah, see y'all Radical Geeks tomorrow. I'll try. Oh, she said 6 p.m. Eastern, so it's 5 p.m. here.
Yeah, see, I don't get off till 5:30, so if I'm lucky, I'll tune in late.
Yeah. Well, I'll try to bring it up. Look, Kate just got here. Hi, guys. Just wanted to say hello. I've been listening while I do my husband's meal prep. Oh, good. Nice. Have a great weekend. You too, Caden, and everybody. Have a wonderful week. We're now in June. We're basically halfway through this year, y'all. So make it a great month. Make it a great week. And we will see all of you for sure on Friday night. Yeah. So thank you so much for tuning in today. And bye.
Sorry I'm getting drowsy.
Love y'all.
Bye.